Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Bad news. Senator Mitch McConnell has died. Wait, damn, no, I'm tripping, man. I read that wrong. He didn't die. He's still with us. He's holding on. Thank God he's still here. He's holding on. Hold on, let me make sure I got this right. That's Mitch right there. Poor Mitch. We want to pray for him. Prayers going out. Let's see. Okay, here's the story. Oh man, I was reading. I don't know why I read that. How I must have, whatever, fam. Okay, so Senator Mitch McConnell checked himself into the hospital on Monday evening for flu-like symptoms. His office confirmed on Tuesday. A spokesperson for McConnell's office said the 83-year-old senator began experiencing symptoms this weekend and went to a local hospital out of an abundance of caution. His prognosis is positive, and he is grateful for the excellent care he is receiving, the spokesperson said in a statement. He is in regular contact with his staff and looks forward to returning to Senate business. The news came as McConnell missed Senate votes on Monday and Tuesday. McConnell, who is not seeking re-election, has had several medical episodes in recent years, including two notable episodes in 2023, in which he appeared to freeze for several seconds while speaking publicly. Well, he didn't appear to freeze, he actually froze. He has also suffered multiple falls, most recently while on his way to vote at the U.S. Capitol last October. I don't know if y'all remember that, fam, but the man could barely walk. So why is he not at home sitting on the couch watching television? Because that vote that he have, that one vote that he have is so powerful. That position that he have is so powerful that the people who benefit from it the most would rather see him embarrass himself and still be able to vote in the same direction that they vote than for him to just say, you know what, I'm out of here, and then let somebody else take that seat, somebody that they may not be able to control, right? Or the Democrats could end up taking the seat if they don't have a strong enough candidate. So, and he's not seeking re-election, so his seat is up for grabs. But they've been just trying to hold on. This is about holding on to power. This is not about being able to being an asset to the country. You know how a lot of them, they like to talk about how they love the country so much and they'll do anything for the country. They'll fight for the country. They want to serve for the country. No, they're not serving the American people. They are serving themselves, especially Mitch McConnell. He is one of the worst of the worst. He is one of those who enabled Donald Trump. He is part of the problem. He helped create the monster known as Donald Trump. He helped circumvent the law and justice for Donald Trump. You dig what I'm saying? He's a major reason why Donald Trump has not faced any accountability. He helped him run the play over and over and over again. I actually wrote down some of the worst things that he's done since he's been in office. Let's start with blocking Obama's Supreme Court nominee. In 2016, he refused to even hold hearings for Merrick Garland, leaving a Supreme Court seat vacant for nearly a year. It broke long-standing norms and shifted the court for a generation. Fast-tracked Amy Coney Barrett weeks before the 2020 election. After arguing in 2016 that election year nominations shouldn't move forward, he reversed course when it benefited his party. The hypocrisy stuck even with supporters. Turning obstruction into a governing strategy. This is good right here, fam. This has been very effective for their party. He openly stated his top goal was to block President Obama's agenda. Gridlock became a feature, not a bug, and Congress largely stopped functioning as a legislative body. Enable Trump without real accountability. Despite public criticism of Trump's behavior, he backed him when it mattered most, especially during impeachment. That disconnect between words and actions mattered and made a big difference in the way America is governed today. Refusing to convict Trump after January 6th, they could have put the nail in the coffin, fam, but they didn't. They refused to convict him, and Mitch McConnell led the way. McConnell said Trump was morally responsible for the Capitol attack, but still voted not to convict, citing process. Many saw that as choosing political safety over accountability, weakening voting rights protections. This is another big one. All of them are big, but this is one of those, is a glaring big one here. He blocked efforts to restore or expand the Voters' Rights Act and opposed federal election protections, even as states passed laws critics say suppress turnout. He flooded politics with dark money. Can anybody say Qatar boys and girls, Venezuela, oil revenue boys and girls? He repeatedly blocked raising federal minimum wage, even as living costs rose, framing it as a business issue rather than a worker issue. Let's go back to the dark money. McConnell championed policies and court decisions that expanded enormous political spending, increasing corporate and special interest influence while reducing transparency. That's where we are right now. Stonewalling healthcare reforms. From opposing the Affordable Care Act to backing repeal attempts without a clear replacement, his actions left millions uncertain about coverage and cost. Cementing minority rule in the Senate. By aggressively using the filibuster and Senate rules, he helped create a system where a smaller portion of the population can block legislation supported by most voters. The bottom line here is, fam, Mitch McConnell was incredibly effective at consolidating power, reshaping courts, and protecting party interest. That criticism is that he did it at the expense of the American people. And for that, his ass need to be jailed. I know he about to go. Might not make it through the weekend. Hell, he might not make it through the night. But he need to be held accountable. This is why I say, fam, that I don't believe in karma. Because there's too many people who have committed major atrocities, who have destroyed millions of lives, and they get to live well into their 80s and 90s, sometimes hundreds. And they usually die at the hospital peacefully. That ain't justice. That ain't karma. Oh no. Karma is you do this and it's on site. You get the get back is on site. It ain't no, oh, it'll happen. God gonna take care of it. He gonna get his. It be 50 years later. Did you see what happened to the woman who lied on Emmett Till? Emmett Till dies at 14, an innocent boy. Dies at 14. This raggedy, no good heifer, lying ass heifer, die in her 80s. She get to do everything she want to do. She get to have kids, go to the casino, hang out at the parties, do whatever she want to do. She going get married, going to the family reunion, taking trips, vacation. She get to live out whatever dream that she want to live out. She get to pursue a career. She get to pursue a career. She get a chance at building the life that she want. Emmett gets cut off at 14, everything over, nothing after, that's it. And imagine the horror that he felt when they were stripping him from his uncle's house. Imagine the horror when he was taken from his uncle's house by force in the middle of the night, beaten, stabbed, shot, hung. Nah, fam, I'm not with that. I know we're in the 11th hour, but baby Jesus, do your thing. No more talk.